Hello my friends. Today I am freshly showered and clean and in a cozy sweatshirt. It's really gray out today, so I just want to do my makeup and have some fun. But I was thinking it would be fun to do an under $100 drugstore full face because makeup is so expensive right now. Even drugstore foundations are like $20 at this point. So I think it's a fun challenge to figure out how to do a full face that looks really cute for $100. I have all my products in front of me right now. I'm going to be using my mirror from this palette, but I'm not gonna be using this palette, so don't worry. I'm right under $100, including tax, so I'm pretty happy with all of this. I think you could even make this cheaper if you buy from a bunch of different stores, and I did not include any kind of sales or coupons, even though like Ulta has a bunch of sales going right now, and Target always does. I just wanted to be a very accessible $100. I was really contemplating which foundation to use, either the Superstay or my Infallible. I think I'm gonna go with the Infallible because it is so much better for a wide range of skin, while the Superstay is good for oily, which I am, but I don't know, not everybody is. Thanks for listening to me talk about makeup, and also for the good reception on my previous video, because I really like talking about makeup and doing my makeup, so it's really nice that you guys like it too. Hydration in my very fancy Stanley. This is definitely not in the $100, but I just got this perfume from Skylar. They sent it to me and I want to spray it and try it out in this video. I've already been wearing it this whole week. It smells really good. It's called Boardwalk Delight. It smells like cotton candy and vanilla. And to me, it smells like clean, fresh laundry. So just because I showered, I feel like it works really well. I've been enjoying the scent. It's interesting. It's kind of powdery, but not in a floral way. White florals always give me a huge headache, but this does not give me a headache. It's a clean fragrance, so it's hypoallergenic, I believe. I always love a clean fragrance, even though I don't feel like the staying power is quite as high as maybe another type of fragrance or cologne. But I always like having a clean fragrance on hand to just douse myself in. I think this one's really nice, and Zach really likes it, which I was shocked by because I usually wear like woodier, darker scents, and he was like, oh, that's a nice change up to smell kind of like cotton candy. It's definitely like an elevated, mature cotton candy, not like a teenage scent. I'm not the type of person who wears perfume according to what season it is, because sometimes I just want to smell really woody in the summer, and sometimes I want to smell like cotton candy in the winter. There's a couple of things like primer that I can't include if I want to keep this under $100, but that's okay. Most people don't really use primer. I'm going to start off with the Infallible Foundation. It has SPF 25, which is not a lot of SPF, but I don't really wear SPF. Shade 411, and I really just need one pump of this. But that's such a good shade match for me. Obviously, well, I don't know if it's obvious, I can't include brushes and tools in this $100. I'm so sorry. I think that would be closer to impossible if I'm not using like all Wet n Wild products and LA Girl and such. I didn't even need that whole pump. This is such a lightweight foundation. I always think it looks so nice. It really layers nicely. This is a matte formula, but it works for me even in the winter, and I get kind of dry in the winter. Next up, I'm using the NYX Bare With Me concealer, the serum concealer in the shade Vanilla. And I love this little pump, but I always squeeze out more than I need. I really don't even need that much of this. This one's pretty close to my skin tone, so it's not necessarily brightening. And then I always like to do a little bit on the sides of my nose because I have a little bit of darkness right there. I need to pluck my eyebrows, but it's never very important for me to do that. It's a very matte base. I'm not gonna do powder under my eyes just yet. I'm gonna let my face set for a second. I'm gonna go in with a Revlon Skin Lights bronzer, the Prismatic bronzer in the shade Sunlit Glow 110. This is a really nice glowy bronzer. I love using a glowy bronzer, and I haven't set anything, but because I already have a matte base on, I don't really need to set my foundation. Like, the bronzer is gonna set my face. A little on my nose. This one is not glittery, which is so nice. Next up is blush. I'm gonna go in with the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush in Pretty Peach 05. I'm not gonna be using highlighter today because I'm using both a glowy bronzer and a glowy blush. This is well loved, as you can see. Nothing will get me more excited than blush in general. I know I don't have like very bad skin. I think I have kind of dull skin and I like to wear foundation, but the biggest reason that I wear foundation and not even just like concealer is because I think my powder products go on so smoothly on top of it, and my powder products are the part that I like the most in the whole process. Look at how cute. Oh, it's kind of perfect. I'm gonna grab my sponge and just tap over this all. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, the shade Translucent, I think. This is not the best powder I've ever used in my life. I can sometimes make it work really well for me, and sometimes it looks atrocious on me. I don't know what that is. Sometimes I love what it looks like, and sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna put some on my puff, press the puff in the lid. Yeah, okay, yeah, it looks good. Okay, today's a good makeup day. I'll take a lot of powder, lift my bangs up, and powder my forehead because I have bangs and I want them to get oily. I think what I'm learning is that I need to use some sort of fluffy puff with this powder instead of a brush. I think a brush kind of displaces like makes a weird paste on my skin with the powder and the foundation. Just go in with the exact same products again, and I just layer a little bit more blush. Next up, I'm going with my Milani Make It Last setting spray. The small one is $10, and I'm also not going out to purchase things for this video, so I kind of had to improvise with the makeup I already had. Hold my bangs up. Spray my face. Go in with this sponge and just pat it all down. Then when it comes to eyeshadow, I was going to put in the e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow, and it would have still been under $100. I think I got rid of the regular like brownie one that I wanted to use, and I just have the little green khaki colored ones, which I don't want to do green eye. So I'm just going to go in with my bronzer and put bronzer on my eyelid. You can also use a brush, which I probably will do in a second. It's cohesive at any rate. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. And one thing I regret probably the most about not being able to add in this video is any of my freckle pens. Not that they're extremely expensive, but this Colourpop freckle pen you can only get, I think, on their website. So it's a hassle. And then the kimchi little freckle pen or whatever, freckle something. This is so good, but again, you'd have to buy it on the kimchi website, and that's like $12. Not expensive, it just doesn't fit into this video, which is definitely very sad because I love my fake freckles. I'm trying to decide whether to use my eyeliner or my brow pen for the little freckles. It's the e.l.f. waterproof brow pen, deep brown. Who knows if this is gonna work out, but I hope it does. There's so many affordable ways to do fake freckles. You could even get like a really dark concealer and use a bobby pin. Oh, this is not really working. Okay, this is not gonna work. I don't want to ruin anything with this guy though. Oh, okay. I think I could make the eyeliner work. I'm going to use the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade Hot Chocolate. Okay, this works, I guess. For a $3 eyeliner, it does the job. Let's not go overboard. Well, blush fixes everything. Pretty decent. Now let's use the eyeliner for what it was actually intended for, lining my eye. I'm gonna use a little flat brush, kind of. I think this eyeliner is so great, and it's literally $3. I do think it's pretty much waterproof. It doesn't smudge or flake. Once it sets down, it sets down. I don't think it's difficult to remove, but it also doesn't like immediately buff out if you're crying. I think it's pretty great. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. And make a wing with that. We still had some money in the budget for an eyeshadow, so I picked up my favorite eyeshadow, which is the Colourpop Super Shock in the shade Ritz. I've hit pan. I mean, it's so good, but it's also, look at this packaging. Would you think that's where the pan is? Feels kind of deceiving. I just apply this with my fingers. This is a great little eye shimmer for the nighttime. I don't go out very frequently at night, but every time I've worn this out and it's just been dark, people are like, I love your eyeshadow, it looks great. I'm like, thanks, it's Colourpop. Next up, I'm gonna do mascara. I have straight AF lashes. I need to curl them. I'm gonna be using the Essence Lash Princess False Effect mascara. This is pretty good. I'm kind of a mascara snob. I really like clumpy, thick lashes, so this is okay. I'm sure there's other mascaras that you could enjoy so much more on the market. Essence makes pretty good mascaras. I don't mind spending a high-end price for a mascara because I have specific wants and needs from my mascara. The fact that this is a $4 or $5 mascara, it is really good. I reached that bad territory where it gets really clumpy and you can't do anything about it. And as you can see, it's like flaking all over my face. I have a pretty high standard when it comes to mascara, and this one's not bad. So I'm not mad about it necessarily, but it's not my favorite thing I've ever used. For my brows, I'm using that e.l.f. waterproof pencil. Don't watch me do my brows, I'm not good at them. Like, that works, you know? There's girls that are so freaking good at their eyebrows. One day, maybe. This is not the NYX brow glue, even though you could probably buy that and still be in budget. This is the Got2b spiking gel for your hair. I saw that they have a little travel size spiking gel that is $2.99. Just get that, it's gonna last you for the rest of your life. I'm never gonna finish the one that I have. And it is seriously the best brow product I've ever used. Sometimes I don't really fill my brows in, I just use this stuff. It works pretty great. Lastly, before I take my hair down, I'm gonna be using the Lifter Plump Gloss in the color Cocoa Zing. I've been wearing a lip liner recently. I only have my one Colourpop lip liner and it's over budget. This is the final look under $100 makeup challenge. I think we rocked it. There are some things like a freckle pen I'd really want. I have like a little pimple right here that's been chilling with me for a couple of days, and I would just put a freckle on it and call it a freckle, but that's fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. I regularly post art content, but I thought this would be a little fun morning get ready with me. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.